These people are unhinged, hunting down new subs to tell them, you better not sub. I have no problem with diversity in games. What I hate is politics and LGBTQ trash being rammed needlessly and pointlessly into games as some kind of diversity scorecard. LGBT are 3% of the population. I don't really want to see them in games at all, but okay, they can be in 3% of games if we're being fair. A good example of how you do diversity well is Jackie in Cyberpunk, a great character. And the dude is Latino, but you don't really care because the story is good and almost no one ever calls Cyberpunk woke because it's not rammed in based on a DEI and diversity scorecard. Oh, Andy Pants. Sorry. You need to understand a few things. First is that everything you say here indicates that you're just a fence sitter. This is why people will assume you're grifting, because you don't really understand the rhetoric you're addressing. I think you made an amazing video, by the way, about woke YouTubers. That was great. And you did convince me, even for a moment, that you actually knew what you were talking about. But then I see posts like this, and I think, where did that guy go? What happened to him? And then, just like a lot of your detractors, I start to think, wow, this guy really is a grifter. But I made this video on the off chance that your woke YouTuber's video wasn't just a fluke and that you're not just a grifter. Now, the real metric of worth here in the long run is whether or not you continue to sit on the fence. The fact that you even think diversity in any measure is worthwhile based on this tells me, like I said, that you don't quite understand the enemy who you are dealing with. Either that or, like people have said, you are trying to grift the anti-woke rhetoric. If you're going to praise diversity at all, even if it's 3% of it, you need to talk about why it has any value. And if you are able to talk about why it has value, then more power to you. But if you cannot, well, here's the thing. You need to adjust accordingly. Acknowledge that you see no value in diversity and that it should not be injected into games. Period. Stop giving your enemies leeway. Because saying things like, oh, I have no problem with diversity in games, that just goes to show you have no clue as to what's at stake or what is even being talked about. Just say you don't want to see them in games at all, and that should be the end of it. Don't even say you want 3% of it in games. No, you want 0% of it in games. You want it out, gone. Diversity as a value needs to prove itself to you, first and foremost. You are the customer, so take that position. You are the gamer, and these people who are making this product need to cater that product to you, not the other way around.